Welcome back, guys, and today we got episode 2 of the Datsun Super 6 project. Now today we're just going to basically give it a quick wash and try and get it running by itself without any assistance. So last time we went through basically everything that was in the car, cleaned it out, so right now as you can see it's pretty empty. Apologies for the noise, it's currently raining outside in the middle of summer, and being a tin shed it's pretty hard to keep the noise down. So here we have the awesome straight 6 engine bay out of the Datsun. As you can see, looks like it's been covered in dust and sitting for a while. Basically, so I found out after running it for a few seconds last time, it got a little bit warm. Probably running for about a minute actually last time. The water pump is leaking pretty bad, so that's on the list to get fixed. But today we'll just try and get it running by itself. Might top this up with some water, just so there don't any problems with it overheating. And yeah, we'll give it a crack. So it's never really a good idea to be using tap water in a car. You'll start to corrode your engine, your radiator and everything if left too long. But just for the sake of today, because I know it's going to leak out, and we will be putting fresh fluid in once we do the water pump and stuff like that. I'm just going to run tap water. As you can see there, the water pump looks like it's leaking around where the hose join's on. It's been repaired previously with some form of like Devcon or putty, as you can see. So we'll add a water pump to the list of things to do. So I've just thrown the jump pack on. This battery, the same battery that was in it probably 5 years ago. It's enough to crank it over for now, but we'll need a new battery in the future. Light glass there for the carby, so as you can see that's about half full. That's good. I've already drained the fuel out of this car in the past and it absolutely reeked. So we put about 20 litres of fresh fuel in and the carby's full of fresh fuel. Filters actually don't look too bad, like they're obviously old, but I don't know if that many hours or kilometres got driven on with these new filters. So as long as it's got oil and so on, which as you can see there, plenty of oil. Oil actually doesn't look too bad. Anyway, we're just going to try to give it a start for now. We've got the jump back on, a bit of this, and we'll see how we go. Much easier if we had 2 people, but unfortunately we don't. Alright, so we're slowly killing the jump pack and not having much luck. Seems to be every time I'm giving it throttle, it wants to die. So I think it could be getting a little bit too much fuel. We're just going to try and find the idle screw and make sure that's set right, because that could be what's letting us down a fair bit here. So we're just going to play with the, I believe this is the idle screw here. 1.5. So I just got 1.5 turns in. We're just going to try go 2 turns out like that. Oh, sorry, 1 full turn. It's generally the standard for that. Yep. Just lightly before you put on a bit. So that time there I got my girlfriend out to help this crank while I played with the idle screw. So the screw was round it, it's actually sitting 1.5 turns out before I touched the car. I've just set it back to 1 full turn, and that's why I wasn't firing before. Now I've wound it out 2.5 turns and it seems to idle by itself, but it does kind of die off there. As you can see, we pretty much had it idling, but not quite. having a look at this fuel filter, which actually the car did try and get started with this fuel filter and the old fuel. I'd say this fuel filter sucked up a bunch of crap out of the old tank, with the old fuel, and will need to be replaced. So I'd say we're going to get one of them and try again with the fresh fuel now that we've got a clean fuel throughout the whole lines in the car. I'd say that filter's probably copped it all, blocked up with crap, and I'd say that's the next step. But we definitely got it looking a lot better. I actually can't find anywhere for this choke cable to attach to. There's nowhere obvious because I'm assuming, looking at the choke, it's going to have to pull left to right, and there's just not much there. So we'll keep investigating for that. We've just put the jump pack back on charge because it's killed that. So I'm going to wheel the car outside, give it a wash, and then we'll wheel it back in, try again with the starting, and chuck it up on some jack stands.
Well, there you have it, guys. I'd almost call that running. I'd say 90%. It did run for a fair while, probably 10-15 seconds without any assistance from me. I think it just needs a little bit more fine tuning with the carby, adjusting the air fuel screw and the idle screw. I only really played with the idle screw then, which helped a fair bit, but I think I just need to look more into carbies as I don't know them that well myself. I've not really played with them so much, so play around with that a little bit and get the idle set 100% so we can just leave it running and it should be fine. And then we'll get onto repairs like the water pump. Next, probably put it up on stands so we can look at wheels, suspension, tyres, and brakes and all that kind of stuff. The other stuff we're going to need to get it driving. So be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of it. There definitely will be. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching.